Hi EDU 279. I wanted to come on and do a quick video to go over the assignments for this week, but also to just congratulating you on making it almost to the end of this class. This is our last weekly folder that will open before the Thanksgiving holiday. So the assignments that are posted here today are for this week and also the first 2 days of next week before the holiday break. So let's take a look at what you have to do for class this week. Also, another reason I wanted to make a video is because things are a little different this week than some of the previous modules. First of all, there are 2 journal assignments this week. The first one is a follow-up from your comprehension activity plan implementation. So in Journal 12 for this week, you will be reflecting on how your activity for comprehension went when you implemented it in the classroom. So that's the reason there's more than one journal this week. You do need to read Chapter 2 in your textbook, and there are some resources here about assessment and data-driven instruction. There's a visual overview of data-driven instruction. There is a short video here, as well as a web link here for an article that talks about data-driven instruction. Your discussion board this week is about assessment. And then you have the Reading Rockets course module about assessment. The reason there's 2 journals is because, like you usually do, when you do a Reading Rockets module, you will do a reflection and submit your certificate for that course module in this journal. So the first journal is a reflection about your reading comprehension activity plan. The second one is related to your assessment training module through Reading Rockets. Okay. The other thing that I want to do is go over the assignment that you'll be working on, organizing and maybe even doing this week, but that you will have after the holiday to finish up. As we talk about assessment, you are going to have the opportunity to administer an assessment to 2 children, okay? It's called the Phonological Awareness Screening Test, and it is known as the PAST for short, P-A-S-T, Phonological Awareness Screening Test. And there is a link. If you click on this link, I'll click on it so you guys can see. This is a link to the PAST. Here is a link to download the PAST, and here is a link to the instructions. It's a fairly simple test to administer, but you do have to practice so that you are aware of what to say and that you're fluent with it. So you click here to download the test, here for the instructions. Let's go back over to Blackboard. And I have provided a permission form for you to have signed. You can use 2 children in the school where you have been observing as long as you get their parents' permission. You can also use 2 children outside of the school. This is for practice. This is for practice of administering a test, looking at the results, and determining what next steps might be. So it does not have to be a child at the school. It can be a child that you're familiar with. You can do your own child or a family friend. You just need 2 children, and they need to be in kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, or 3rd grade. Here's your permission form that you will need to submit with that. So your assignment is to get permission, read about the past, learn about the past, practice, and then administer the past assessment with 2 of those children. And then in the journal, after the holiday, after the Thanksgiving break, you are going to reflect on that experience, and there are guided questions here to help you reflect. When it's time to submit, you need to submit the permission forms, 2 permission forms. You need to submit copies of your completed screening where you administer the test, and you of course need to do the journal and reflect on this experience. And you can see here that is not due until December 5th. So you have a link to the past and also to the instructions for that. I have linked a video down below of how to administer the past. It is showing you a live person administering the past, and you can hear what the child's saying and see how they mark the form. And then, of course, your last assignment for this week is your check for understanding for Module 7. So there are a lot of things here this week. You do have a couple of extra days since we go over into next week. And remember, the phonological awareness screening test that you're administering is not due until December 5th after the holiday, but you need to start making arrangements and gain permission to do that. I hope that you guys have a great week. I hope that you'll reach out if you have questions about any of this or need help. I was able to meet with a few of you a couple of weeks ago. If you need to meet with me, I'm readily available. I am available to do web meetings. I can talk with you on the phone, or we can communicate over email. So please reach out if you need anything. Have a great week. And if I don't talk to you before then, I'm sure I will through announcements. I hope you guys have a wonderful break and you get some rest and relaxation and you get to spend some time with friends or family.